This video goes through the fitting of the head to the body. Extension cables have been provided to help with this. After inserting the extension cables into the main circuit board, it's a good idea to use a small piece of masking tape to label them. Refer to the assembly guide for step 12 of kit 99 and label the wires in this way. For example, the end cable would be labelled J4 head LEDs 468, where J4 is the socket on the board. After checking that all of the extension cables have been correctly labelled, it's a good idea to use a piece of masking tape to position them out of the way at the back of the neck. In a similar way, label the cables from the head. The easiest to identify is the limit switch, which has 3 wires. This will be labelled J7 limit switch 987. J7 is the socket in the body and 987 is the cable in the head. Then repeat the process with the other cables so the labels match those in the body. The wire with an extension cable already connected is for the jaw motor. Once finished, double check that the cables have been correctly labelled. Before fitting the head, the rib cage needs to be put in place. It may help to have the arms positioned slightly outwards when doing this. Whilst making sure the cables are out of the way, gently fit the rib cage into position. There is a plate on the body which slides into a recess in the rib cage. The rib cage is only temporarily positioned at present, so a perfect fit isn't needed just yet. Once the rib cage is in place, temporarily fit each of the shoulder appendages into position by inserting the 3 pegs on each into the shoulders. These will later help to keep the rib cage in position until it is fully secured by fitting screws from behind. Do not glue any parts at present. This is only test fitting. Fitting the head is a delicate process, and it is important to take your time doing this. If the head should accidentally drop, the cables could be ripped out and broken. If possible, it may be worth asking someone to help with this. Firstly, stand the XENOMORPH body securely against a table, remove the shoulder growths, and place the head next to it so the cables can be connected. Take particular care with the cable for the head motor, as the connections for this are delicate. The electronic functions can be tested. Before checking these, make sure the head is fully supported upside down. This could be done by cradling the head in a towel or sheet. Switch on the main circuit board using the switch on the battery box and at the back. The head motor will go through an initialization process for a few seconds before settling in the mid position. Switch on the remote control using its power button. The green light will show it's switched on. Test the lights by using the top button. The buttons below operate the inner jaw. The left button should open the jaw and the right closes it. The movement of the head is sound sensitive. To activate this function, press the remaining button with a loudspeaker symbol. Make a sound by the right shoulder and the head motor should turn towards it. Similarly, a noise by the left shoulder should turn the head motor the other way. Make a sound by the neck microphone and the head motor should return to its central position. Before fitting the head, the neck microphone needs to be temporarily removed. Note also the use of masking tape to bundle the wires together. With great care, the head is now fitted in place. Tuck the cables inside the body and place the back of the neck at the back of the opening. Whilst holding in place, close the rib cage so that the gap fits around the neck. Whilst holding the head and rib cage in position, take one of the shoulder appendages and fit it in place. Take care whilst doing this so that the head doesn't accidentally drop. The neck microphone also needs to be fitted in place. The head should now be sufficiently secure so that the XENOMORPH may be carefully turned around for the screws which hold the rib cage in place to be fitted. 4 screws are used, and you may find that it helps to preload the screws on the end of a magnetic screwdriver. When fitting the upper dorsal, make sure that the head is angled forward slightly so that when the head rotates it doesn't hit it. The large back dorsal assembly is magnetically attracted to the back and covers the battery compartment. Remember that when fitting the tail, 2-part epoxy glue is used, and it won't be possible to remove the tail after this. Finally, the upper membrane is placed on the head. This is not glued. When positioning the XENOMORPH on the stand, you may find it best if someone can help you. This is because until it's positioned in a secure and stable manner, there is a danger that it could accidentally fall over. Having the feet apart and the knees bent slightly may help with stability,